Hey, so I'm going to show you guys my pencil cases, and I've got two pencil cases right now as my main ones, and this first one is Caboodle's, which is just perfect for my 1990s child self, and then there's my toe, and here is my other pencil case. It's a fluffy cosmetic bag that I found at Walmart with a scary keychain that my friend gave me. This Caboodle is perfectly pen size. It's got two little storage trays that I've got some washi tape in, and these are the main washies that I've been using. This purple kind of holographic one, this winter mittens one, and then this Dollar Tree one. It's kind of, it reminds me of like the 80s or something with the pattern. And then glue sticks and more washi, scissors, and these are the pens that I've been into a lot lately. And these are the Sugar Rush Series 2. And the Series 1 and 2, the main difference is the design on the pens, but also the Series 2, the colors and scents don't repeat so much like the first edition. The first edition has 24 pens, but there's 2 duplicates of each. And then this set, Series 2, there's a lot more color variety. So here are the colors. And the yellow in this, and same with one of the greens, are darker, not like the super neon, kind of hard to see one. So I like the set better. The design doesn't have the candy on it like the first one. It's got different designs on each. Like this is a ice cream cone. There's a soda one here. And then there's a grape one too that I've got in my journal now, but that was actually my favorite. And oh yeah, and then there's a hot pink one also in my journal. There's 24 of them anyway. So yeah, these are lightly scented, but you can't smell if you stick your face up to the page pretty well. And the metallic ones of these in the other set, in the Michaels edition, this one's a Target edition. The Michaels edition has some metallic ones, and those are the strongest scented. There's a banana one in kind of a bronzy metallic gold. That one's my favorite. But this edition's fun and cutesy. So there's, yeah. Pens are kind of a special interest at this point. They're just fun, and it's fun to have a different variety of scents and colors just to make writing a bit more enjoyable. I couldn't think of a proper word, and that sounds kind of awkward, but so is my life. But yeah, there's a few different colors in the Series 2 than in the Series 1, and the price for this was the same in the store. So yeah, I like this one. And my second pencil case is just a cosmetic bag from Walmart. I used to have some house shoes like this, so this reminded me of that, and it's just kind of fun to mess with. So yeah, it's like a stuffed animal or something. It's super fuzzy. But the pens I've got in this one are mostly thinner tips and finer points, so I use these for school notes. I haven't actually taken school notes this semester at all, but I plan to. So the mica pens are first, and those scented pens, the Sugar Rush pens in the other pen case, are very, very inky, and they take a long time to dry. But these mica ones have like a needle point tip. This is a 0.4, and the Sugar Rush are probably 0.8 at least. So these dry a lot faster, and they're fun for school. Here are the colors. There's kind of a lot of, like 3 different blues and 1 purple. I wish there was like a lavender, like a pastel lilac type color, but there's not. And then these are also fine tips. I just thought they were cute, and I want to say this set was like $4 or so. But they're also a needle tip, tiny bit thicker than the micas. I probably can't really see that, but they're just felt. These are kind of felt tip. And I want to say the micas are just needlepoint rollerball, like gel ink type of thing. But yeah, these are multicolored. That one's black, purple. They're just kind of random, so you kind of have to look at the lid because you would never guess what color is what by the design. And then these are really cool. They don't really sell these in the US yet, but these are the pastel G2s, and I've been using G2s kind of on and off since, I want to say 2006 or 2007 when I first started journaling. So, and they always seem kind of so businessy, usually like office type colors. So when I saw these pastel version, I had to import them naturally, and they're the same pastel colors as the Pilot, let's see, the Pilot Juice pens. They're the same pastels, but they're just in the G2 design, which I kind of like better than the pastel, than the Juice, like, exterior. Like, I like this slanted thing and the kind of slick look of this. And this purple is kind of, I mean, it's a, you can kind of tell it's like a pastel neon, just like all of these are not a very light pastel, but I can do swatches and something else. I want to show you another pen case for now, actually another 2 pen cases. That these are my previous pen cases, and I usually alternate out my pen cases pretty regularly, every few weeks at least, and I'll switch out what's in them and just switch out which ones I use, so it feels like I have more of a variety of options and can kind of keep what I have as seeming kind of new and exciting, and not feel like I want to go out and buy every other pen in the world, even though I kind of feel like that just because these are fun. But this pen case is, these match my room, or before I put this rainbow bedspread on it anyway. And I was into rose gold and gold for a while, but these are the Target scented ones, or actually Horizon Group. You buy them at Target. There's a pineapple scented one, a cupcake one. These are super lightly scented. You can really barely smell them. I've got some SuperMarble rainbow pens. Then these are the yummy scented pens. International Rivals does these. And there's a watermelon one, coconut, strawberry. The strawberry and grape in the set are my favorite. These are metallic. And then here I've got some kind of random ones and special editions, kind of special ones. So I'll start with this. This is kind of a 90s pen case with some 90s pens in it. And these are the rarest of the ones that I have, other than the color exchangers from the late 90s. But there's this one that smells like soap. These are very light color. These are the, what are they even called? Oh, the Zebra SniffItz pens from the 90s. PTI Colon pens. Lavender scented. Peach. I know this is casual, and I'm going to give it a because I've had some fun comments lately, like, what is the point other than to waste space with my content? Yeah, maybe it does waste space, but it's fun. And comments like that waste space too, so I'm glad I could create some wasted space. It's just for the sake of fun. It's just a fun way to add color and scent to a journal and make it more of a sensory experience. I'm really into pens and paper, obviously, so this does it for me. But I know a lot of people are like, why do you have more than one pen? I mean, it's the same thing as some people are into clothes, or they have a bunch of movies or whatever they collect. I kind of am into gel pens. So yeah, blueberry, orange. This set, I really like the lavender and vanilla one. That's really rare, and I haven't found another lavender scented pen ever. Here's the vanilla one. Vanilla is hard to find, but some of their modern editions of the Sarasa pens have the same vanilla scent. I've just never found anything to replicate the lavender one. This one's peppermint. The soap one they've used in other Sarasa pens since these 90s ones. These are another one that are kind of hard to, actually really hard to find now. The La Flèche pens, and they're scented like French pastries. They're strawberry and chocolate, and I want to say chocolate covered strawberry. But yeah, I keep those separate because those are just kind of rare, and I like to bring those out every now and then. This is a pen that I had some just like of in the 90s. It's just a Bic pen, and they're called Rad Riders or something. But I found some of these last year, and I took out the ink and I put new ink in it. But the ink in them still worked in about half of the pens of this. I got a set of 4, and a few actually still worked after all this time from the mid to early 90s. But I just wanted the ink to not ever skip, so I switched out the ink, and I like to have this in here. It's just kind of a random vintage. This is kind of my like pen case of fun, like scented pens, 90s pens and stuff. And then some more 90s are these Milky Lunar pens. And this Here's one of the color exchanger pens. This is pretty much the only one in this. I bought a set used that I found online, and this one and one other one worked pretty well. The others kind of were pretty dried out, but this writes in one color on dark paper and then in another color on light paper. So it'll look purple versus brown depending on what kind of paper you're writing on. And I was trying to find all the Milky Lunar pens, but yeah. That's most, oh, here it is. Okay, yeah. I've got like pens everywhere. I don't really want to mix them up and have to sort all them out later, but I thought these were cute. They've got stars and moons on it, and I always wanted the whole set when I was young, so now I have it. I use these occasionally, kind of sparingly. I have a Milky Lunar journal that I'm saving these for, but these skip sometimes since they're so old. They're over 20 years old and they still work decently for as old as they are, but I'm planning to refill these when they're empty and just get some pastel ink and put in there. And then I've got these two peppermint scented pens that I got at Target, and these are very lightly scented. These are this similar, they're made by the same company as these, so they're very lightly scented, but just still kind of fun. And they look like candy canes, so I couldn't resist those. And I know I don't have a camera stand, but I mean I do, but it sucks and I can't put it on the bed. It's ghetto, so I gave up on that, and it's probably not as ideal of a video because of that too, but that's okay. Anyway, here's some Sarasa pens. This one's strawberry. There's some kind of rare scents. Like this one smells like donut. This is the Mr. Donut scented edition. Here's one that smells like soda. They used to have one of these, the PTI Colon pens that smell like soda, so this is the same scent as what they put in those 90s pens back in the day. And then I'll just kind of do the rest of this quicker. This one smells like ice cream cones. These are pastel. I really like these. I wanted this set forever and finally got it last semester after I lasted a while at a seasonal job and finished my first few classes at a new school. Here are those. This one smells like pudding. This one kind of smells like the old, I want to say soap. Yeah, it smells like the 90s soap pen, which was this. So yeah, they reuse that scent, I'm pretty sure. And then this is a caramel scented pen in orange. I guess I could show you that for longer. These are monster pens that just crack me up, and I took out the ink that came in and it was just kind of boring dark ink, and I put colorful ink that's scented like fruit, so these just make me happy. This one smells like Oreo. Here's another Sarasa strawberry donut pen. I think this is Mr. Donut line. And then this one is Chupa Chup, one of the Chupa Chup Sarasa limited edition. And this smells like the old vanilla pen that was this. So these pretty much have the same scent. The vanilla smells a tiny bit different in this, but it's as close as I could get to the old vanilla scent. And then Pilot Juice cereal edition. There's strawberry grape. There's one that smells like coffee, which is really neat. And then one that smells like milk. And this works fine on on dark paper. So I'm gonna use this in my Milky journal. It's got black paper all in the journal, which says it'll be fun to use in that. And then these are popcorn, pizza, and strawberry scented. And the ink in these is just normal black ballpoint pen, and it's not the ink that's scented, but this plastic grip right here. I've had one of the strawberry ones. I had another one that I used for probably since like 2010 or something. I used it forever. So I wanted another one that smelled more again. Another Saras that smells like strawberry. This French fry pin it's just funny. Like, yeah, it's hard to frown when you're riding with a French fry. Here's another orange one, and some of these are kind of generic. There's a matcha scented one here, and then a few of these Miffy ones. And these are very lightly scented, but the colors in these two in particular are really neat. It's kind of emerald and lilac color, and they're really, really pretty colors. And this one smells really good. It's a grape pin. And then I've got one more thing that I want to show you. So the last pen case I want to show you tonight is this one, and it's just kind of a nice neutral color. And I just switched out the pins that I had in. I had these Jelly Roll pins in a Lisa Frank pin case before, but I switched out to put in here since I like to use these for drawing, and it was just easier to carry around since it's like a smushy container. And you can cram these pretty full, and the zippers feel like they'll actually survive that. It's kind of annoying to have to cram a pin this thick into these little loopholes, but it works. And I like how it looks like this. It's just kind of a fun rainbow of happiness. So I want to show you a few kind of rare finds. These, and these especially, these pastel, not this one, but the pastel colors here, and like this, are from the 90s. These are the baby colors in Sarasa Jelly Rolls, and they used to only come in the fine tip, but that doesn't show enough of the cute colors. So I switched out the nibs. I took nibs off of a normal medium point, well, really a bold point, and switched the nibs. So I have probably the only like thick tip pastel Jelly Rolls in the world, and I like them so much better. This one's a ball sign. This one's a more of a modern one, but this one's the old one. And yeah, these colors are really cute. If you like these colors, you should email, what's this company's name again? Sakura, and tell them you want the baby to bring back the baby pastel colors. They haven't made these since the early 2000s. I want to say they actually I emailed them once, and I was like, do you remember what you called the pastel colors? Do you sell them anymore? And the lady worked there for like 15-20 years or longer, and she said they hadn't been sold since the early 2000s, and she told me the name of them. But it took me a few years to find these, and I was really excited to find them. The colors are really cute. I wish this purple was like a slightly more pastel. It's a little bit darker than this in the ink, but this is pretty true to color on this. And yeah, I like just having random colors or special editions. It just makes it kind of exotic, I guess. And then these are also discontinued. These are the dark glitter one, they're glitter. I forget the name what they actually call them. Stardust, the dark stardust kind. And why do I never have paper? Here's another one. Actually, here's a few of them, but it took me a few years to find these too. They're just like the light ones, just in different colors. And there's some pretty, like a mauve green and olive green and stuff in these. Here are those dark stardust pin swatches. And I thought the colors were really pretty, especially that teal one and then the mauve one on top. And then another one that I was really excited to find a year or two ago was this set. And this is their 25th anniversary edition that I bought. They only brought this out in Asia, but it had some of the same colors as the baby edition in the 90s. So I wanted those colors again and got that. It didn't have the pink that came in with the baby pastel set in the 90s, and then this yellow is kind of, it's not really a yellow, it's really like a lime green, which is kind of weird. But they have some cute animals, and I couldn't resist. Anyway, I hope anyone enjoyed this. I like looking, I don't know, it's like if you collect stamps or something, you'll look through your stamp collection. I kind of collect gel pens, and I kind of look at my collection every now and then. So I thought I would bring you along with my special interest collection look through instead of just looking through stuff myself. I sometimes look through my blank journals and stickers or whatever, and just kind of see what I have, and it's just kind of fun. So yeah, these pens really do last kind of a while. Some of these are, the pastel ones are from the late 90s or early 2000s, and these are pretty old too. So I figure most of these will last me a decade, even if if I don't use them too often. And I don't think they'll dry, most of them won't dry up or anything, so I don't have to really worry about that. This one's kind of a neat color. These don't really fit all that amazingly well in this case. There's always some like extra space inside. But yeah, I'll leave it at that. Let me know if there's any other of these that I've never tried. And yeah, let me know what your favorite pens are, and if you alternate out your pen cases like that. These two cases I haven't really used as much lately. I was using them for a while, and then I switched to this, and then that fluffy one. I usually alternate out pen cases. I want to say at least every few weeks. I'll either alternate out the entire case or just what's in it, and just kind of make things feel new for longer. Alright, yeah, have a good one. Bye.